All right, now it's time for this week's episode of Who's Going Down, the show where we take two contenders and argue why we think they would be victorious in a battle between each other.
That is absolutely right. And we have got some sexy spies and ninja? I don't know.
Assassin.
Assassin. That is
badasses.
what we were going for. All right.
So this week I'm going to take the bride, otherwise known as Beatrix Kiddo, from Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill.
Sound effects are necessary.
Sound effects, yes, okay.
And I'm going to choose Black Widow from Marvel's Avengers and just Marvel in general. Played by Scarlett Johansson in the movies. Incredibly sexy assassin. I don't think I'd be disappointed in my life.
You wouldn't find her choking you out?
You just had to go there. But no, probably not. Let's get this fight started.
Start fighting, all right. So in this scenario, I think probably Black Widow would be a stealth.
So we're doing round one right now?
Round one.
All right, round one. I think that if both of them were to cross paths, one not hunting the other, and not really looking for fights, if they're both caught off guard, I know that Black Widow more than likely always has at least two pistols, two handguns on her at almost any time, along with she probably has her bracelet with her widow bites.
The widow bites.
The widow bites.
The widow's bites, yeah.
I think it's like
10,000.
It's something like
volts?
lots of enough to stun like a small elephant.
Well, she's pretty probably prepped for taking down super soldiers and so taking down not your average human beings.
No, absolutely. Yes, she is very, very well trained.
Okay.
It is not going to be. It would have to be somebody of a very decent power level to really knock her down or to keep her down.
Right.
So I think she's got a really strong advantage right off the bat. Versatility of being ready for anything at any time.
Right. She usually does have a little bit more of an arsenal at her ready. Kiddo, the bride, usually just has a katana on her, and she's not constantly on her guard. She's really kind of got a solo focus in her mind, and if you're not a part of that, she's usually not just paying attention to you unless you can give her information.
So, I think, and I'm just being honest here, I think Black Widow would take the start. I think she'd probably catch Black Mamba off guard with maybe one of the widow bites, not with her not knowing what they were and stunning her.
No, I'm not gonna argue that. Yeah, Black Widow probably is gonna take round one.
All right, so let's move on to round two.
Round two.
All right, Black Widow for round one.
So round two, I mean, yes, granted, Black Widow would get the drop on her, but Kiddo being just this God-given talent assassin, basically top tier with swordplay, don't really know how well Black Widow is going to fare up against basically a samurai.
Not only that, like a crazy I don't even know. Like I saw those movies and she's pretty intense.
Yeah, once she's in your once you're in her crosshairs, there's not a whole lot you're gonna do to get away from her.
I mean that sword itself was
Hattori Hanzo. It's a legendary swordsmith from Japan that basically if you're getting a sword, you're getting it from him or you're getting crap.
So I mean, Black Widow does have her pistols. If she is able to get other weapons, she is very versatile, can fight with any firearm.
Right.
And also is very quick, agile, and cunning. She can think very well on her feet. However, I do know that Black Mamba, the bride,
Mhm.
is very, very good at using her surroundings and her environment. So I don't know. This one, round 2 is going to be a tough one.
I'm just gonna throw this one out here. Her fight against the Crazy 88, I think gives her proof that she's got the upper hand.
Yeah, that fight stands out the most in both movies. I think that's the one I think of when I think of like how does she fight in like the thick of it?
Yeah, and
They didn't have guns.
they didn't have guns, but they had all sorts of other weapons coming at her from all different angles, and for the most part, comes out of that fight unscathed until she gets to.
So I
Okay.
do think that in round 2, if they were to go like balls to the wall,
Head to
both
head,
of them,
pulling out all their stops.
I think both of them would both be really, really messed up by the end of
Yeah,
the
no,
fight.
I'm
Like,
not saying she's coming out
they-
unscathed.
They'd be wounded both. Like neither one of them would walk away with it unscathed. So I don't know.
I think maybe we can call this one a draw.
Call this one a draw? I don't know if we can call it a draw.
I don't see putting either one over the other here.
All right. Well,
It would probably come down to the very bitter end,
okay. I do think
round
that
3.
it's probably time to call it for round 2. So we are going to call it a draw, I guess.
Right.
All right. There's draw for round 2. All right. So round 3. Bottom like
They're at the bottom of they out of energy.
they're
They're
at
hanging
the-
on by an edge of their life.
Yeah, they're at their limit. So, I mean, Black Widow, this is, I don't want to say this. I mean, Black Widow, she's got a lot to her. She's got a lot of guts. She would definitely keep fighting and not give up.
She's tenacious.
But generally, she does not fight solo forever.
Right. If she doesn't.
She usually has backup.
Mhm.
She's usually got the Avengers or S.H.I.E.L.D. or somebody, or she would know how to make a tactful retreat. If I'm going to call it a tactful retreat.
Okay.
Not anything else.
All right.
However, so I mean, I think she'd always have something up her sleeve, and I don't think she would really. She would not be easy to kill. I'm gonna throw that out.
All right. Well, and if we're talking about easy to kill, I don't think the bride ranks very high on that list. Surviving a basically bloody horror bath of a wedding where she's shot in the belly, shot in the head, put into a coma, and still comes through and lives. Also, later on in those movies, she literally crawls out of her own grave.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
Yeah, crawls out of her own grave. I don't know how much more tenacious you get than basically defying death twice.
Yeah. I will have to say she does have some pretty good endurance and will to live. I mean, if they were at this point and they were fighting like this, I mean, I would probably say that Black Widow's guns are empty. She's probably out of stinger, like the bites. I think they would have to go to hand.
Right, and as far as hand-to-hand combat goes, I think being taught by Pai Mei.
Yeah, but Black Widow's got all the assassin training and fighting with S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that stuff. So I mean,
Does she have the 5-point palm exploding heart technique?
she doesn't have that.
The bride does, and she has used it. She's not afraid to use it. She will go to that extreme. If she sees no other way out, I don't see her not busting that out to save her life.
Yeah. I would like to say that Black Widow would recognize it and make a tactful retreat.
Tactical retreat.
In response of seeing like her get ready for that. But if not, then yeah,
It's
probably
not
catch her off
necessarily
guard.
something you get ready for.
Yeah,
It's-
she's not really.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you the tactical retreat as long as we call it what it is. Black Widow giving up.
I think with
losing
the
this
5.
fight.
What was the 5? What was that hit called?
The 5-point palm exploding heart technique.
I think since hand to hand, I would have to give it to the bride on this
Okay.
one.
So
Round 3
Round
goes
3 goes
to
to the bride.
the bride. which makes it still a tie. We just had to go to a draw.
Yeah.
However, I don't know. Do we do overtime or do we just call it what it is?
I don't know, we normally don't do this.
We don't do this.
So,
This time, it's a draw.
yeah. Shit.
Wow.
Didn't think that one
I mean,
through.
unless we rock paper. No, that doesn't seem fair. All right. Ah! No. Ah! Shank.
Alright, we'll see you next time on Who's Going Down.